I'm Sharissa Huff, and I'm going to be telling you guys the story of Devlin. Okay, so over spring break, I went to North Carolina with Cody, Janelle, and Kelsey White, and it was blessed. But anyway, one night we were watching a documentary, and we were all just chill, whatever. And Kelsey goes into the kitchen, which is right next to the living room, and she starts freaking out, and she says, "Oh my gosh, Cody, there's someone standing outside of your massive bay window." And me and Janelle start flipping out, like, "Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? There's somebody standing out there. They're gonna come in and they're gonna murder us." Well, Cody then proceeds to tell us that it's probably just Devlin, their neighbor, who is a 30-year-old. He's got mental handicap and he doesn't talk. And he says every now and then he comes over to their house and will just like peek through the windows. And if they're watching a movie, he'll just sit out there and watch the movie with them. So we were just like, okay, kind of weirded out. It's kind of weird. Okay, whatever. Well, anyway, we kind of are still freaking out, but it's whatever. So he's just standing there, and then he doesn't go away. So then we're like, "Cody, like, you need to take him home. Like, if he can't get home, you have to take him home." And he's like, "Guys, I don't want to. I don't want to go outside. Like, he'll find his way home." And we're like, "You have to take him home. Like, he can't just stay out there." So anyway, so he was like, "Fine, I'll take him home." So we went to get his shoes, and he takes Devlin home. Well, he comes back in. We're asking him if he was okay, like if he was home, and if he made it there okay. And he's like, "Yeah, he's fine. Like, his parents thanked me, and we're all good now." So, it got later, and Cody decided to go upstairs to his room and go to bed, and Kelsey decided to go to the guest room and go to bed. Well, me and Janelle stay up, and we're still watching this movie. Well, I, being the old lady I am, fell asleep on the couch. Well, I guess Devlin came back and started knocking on the windows again. And it freaked Janelle out. So she took her chapstick and threw it at me and hit me in the face and woke me up and scared me to death because I was in a deep sleep and she hit me in the face with chapstick. Come on. So anyway, so she starts flipping out. She's like, "Oh my gosh, Sharissa, like, I think Devlin's back. I think he's outside. Like, what are we gonna do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I was asleep. I was okay with him being out there." And she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, what are we gonna do?" So then we were like, "Okay, well, maybe we should get Cody. That way he can take him home again." Well, a couple minutes passed and we're like, "Okay, that's what we're gonna do." So we yell upstairs and we're like, "Cody, you need to come down here. Like, Devlin's back. You have to take him home." So he's like, "Oh my gosh, like, really? Like, again? Like, twice in one night." So anyway, he gets his shoes on and he gets a cookie so we can, like, take it to him and, like, kind of bribe him to go home. Well, I guess it didn't work because Cody went outside and it was a few minutes and he came back inside and he was, like, panting and he was out of breath and his shirt was ripped. He had a shirt on under it. But his top shirt was ripped. He comes back inside and he's like, "Devlin is so mad. He's so mad. Like, what did you guys do to him? Because he's furious." And we're like, "We didn't do anything. Like, he just was knocking on the door and we didn't let him in." And he was like, "That's what did it. It was you guys. You weren't paying him attention. Like, you made him mad." So we were freaking out. Like, what are we going to do? And he starts knocking on the windows again. And so we went to go get Kelsey to, like, just to see. Kelsey wasn't in her room. Like, we were like, where's Kelsey? Like, okay, where are you at? So then she, like, peeps her head out of the laundry room. And she's like, "I'm here, like, what's going on?" But she's kind of out of breath. And I don't know who gets out of breath folding laundry. Like, I don't know. But anyway. So we were freaking out. Like, we're like, "Oh my gosh, like, if he's mad, can he break in? Is he going to come inside? Like, he can break the windows out and, like, attack us. Like, he attacked Cody." So we're like, okay, well, we're freaking out. Like, Janelle was like, "I want to sleep in the man cave. I do not want to stay down here by myself. Like, I'm freaked out." And we were like, we can't, like, we just can't. So Cody was like, "Okay, I'll be right back." So he goes back upstairs and he comes back downstairs and he has a machete and a knife to give to us to protect ourselves. So here I am with this massive machete and Janelle's got this little itty bitty knife. But anyway, so we were like, okay, well, it made us feel a little better, but still freaked out. So anyway, so we were like, okay, like we're just gonna go to bed. We're gonna calm down, whatever. So we all just kind of went our separate ways and went to bed, and we were just laying there. And me and Janelle shared a room, so we were laying there, and we were like, I don't even know, like, what in the world, like, this crazy neighbor, like, what are the chances? So anyway, so we went to sleep, and we woke up the next morning, and all the windows were still intact. He didn't break in, like, obviously we didn't die, so it was all good or whatever. Well, we had youth practice the next morning for, like, the kids at his church. So they all came over, and somehow Devlin got brought up, and we proceeded to tell them the story of what happened that night. Well, it went on, like, they were freaking out. They were like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. Like, how could you even sleep in this place? And so we went to church that night, and we were talking about it after church with, it was us four, and then his mom and his dad. And his dad starts cracking up and goes, guys, we don't have a crazy neighbor named Devlin. Like, he made this all up. Kelsey and Cody plotted against me and Janelle and made us believe all this. Like, and what's sad is Cody is such a good liar. Like, he came up with all of that on the fly. Like, it was so dumb. But anyway, the moral of the story is not to believe everything you hear. Because people will say things and they'll try to get you to believe things. And even gossip. Like, people will just say things to get a reaction of you. And you can't believe everything. Like, no matter who it is or what they say, you can't believe it. And then in Exodus 20:16, it says, thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. You can't lie to people. Like, I mean, even though that was funny and as a joke, and even though we were really mad at him, it was still funny now. Like, we laugh about it. But in the end, you'll always have someone sell you out about it. And they're always going to tell the truth. Just like Brother Marshburn did. Like, you'll always have someone sell you out. So the moral is not to lie and don't believe everything you hear.